Hey guys, so today we're taking a look at Kia's shiny new Niro and see how it compares to the previous model.
We've already done a quick walkthrough on our channel, but if you missed that, you can catch up here. Buy or sell your car now with CarBuyer Singapore and check out the latest automotive content with us.
Now, as you can see, the new Niro has been redesigned from ground up.
And it's super modern, super sleek, and even this front area here, it's made out of plastic, meaning it bounces back from dents really easily.
So now we are in the interior of the Kia Niro Hybrid. So let's first things first. This is the SX variant, so it's the highest spec, which means you get lots of goodies. Now, to begin with, we have this very beautiful, lovely, curved, unified, high-definition display that really controls everything that you need. Down here, you also have a wireless charging pad. And this being the highest spec variant, you also get a rotary gear selector here.
And you get electric powered seats, look at that. Whee! And of course, ventilated seats because you need it. And my personal favorite, ambient lighting, because everyone needs to set the mood.
Alright, so now I've got head of design with me, John. So John, as a designer, what's that one thing that stands out to you when you look at designs, for example, on the new Niro Hybrid versus the old model?
Definitely the aesthetic. So this is the new one is definitely more modern, more angular, a bit more futuristic, with an updated logo compared to the old one. So it's a pick for the new one.
There we go. All right, with me now I have Keith, our digital marketer. So Keith, looking at the new Kia Niro Hybrid versus its old model, what do you think? What stands out to you?
I think the rest have already mentioned the other stuff, maybe the futuristic design and also the new emblem. But I think another thing that really stands out is the rims. The rims are like currently what all the electric vehicles or the hybrid technology are actually experimenting with, unlike the conventional rims. I think internally also, I think what strikes out the most is that there's a full display compared to the one in the older model. At the same time, right, there's the rotary gear shifter compared to the old conventional one. So this one is definitely a lot more futuristic.
Alright, I have actually driven the first generation Niro quite a bit. I had a chance to do that. And I've just come off from a trip behind the wheel of the new Niro Hybrid. So I'm going to tell you how these two cars compare. Now obviously from behind the wheel, the new car feels a lot more refined. So this is a new platform from Kia Hyundai, and as we mentioned, this platform also is shared with the Hyundai Avante. And one thing that really stood out to me is just how quiet it is. So the old Niro, quite a bit of engine noise, number one, quite a bit of road noise, quite a bit of tire noise. So from 2013 when it was launched, that was pretty much par for the course for a mainstream hybrid car. And it was still quite noisy, but mainstream cars were like that. And this car, really, really quiet on the road. There's still a little bit of that jiggly suspension that hybrid EVs and SUVs and all those cars can't quite get rid of, but overall, really nice to drive. And of course, this new cabin, as Luke and Kim showed you just now, very, very nice, full of features as well. So from a mainstream car, this is a clear step up in terms of driving quality, refinement, and the presentation of the cabin. But what you guys really want to know, since this is a hybrid car, is it really efficient? And as I said in my walkthrough of the car, the LTA homologation figures for both of the cars, the old one and the new one, are exactly the same, 4 liters per 100 km, even though this car has a new SmartStream engine and probably a little bit more aerodynamic as well. Now, I've done about 26 kilometers in this car. We got about 4.2, 4.1 liters per 100. And that is, surprise, surprise, actually worse than the old car. In the old car, if I drive in the same manner on the same journey, I replicated both journeys, I probably get about 3.8, 3.7. Now, the catch here, if you're thinking, is that, so what's the use of having a new engine if it's not really more efficient? The catch here is that the old car is more run-in. This car only has 500 Ks on the clock, so 4.1 liters to 3.7, 3.8 is not really that far off. I figure if you pump up the tires a little bit, get a little bit of mileage in the new car, they'll be pretty much on par. But in my opinion, it's a little bit of a disappointment because the whole idea of new technology is for it to be better. And it's not clear at this point that the Niro Hybrid, the new one, is really more efficient than the old one. So if you're looking to, save a little bit of money, maybe you can go for the old one if you don't mind not having all this nice fancy stuff.
Alright, so I'm in the back of the old Kia Niro Hybrid. Now, first things first, look at that, I don't feel squished anymore. So I must say though, compared to the other competitors, this is actually very decent headroom and legroom as well. But it's a very comfortable car, I must say, it's, I don't feel squished, like I mentioned. So let's go check out how it feels like in the new Kia Niro Hybrid and let's see how it compares. My headroom is so decent, and my legroom as well. It's actually a very comfortable ride for me.
Yeah, it really is. Even for me, I tend to get a bit claustrophobic in the back of cars, but the windows are nice and spacious, the seats are nice and flat. I have a lot of legroom, and there's even like USB ports on the back of these seats here. And his favorite,
aircon vents for rear passengers. And headrest is very comfortable, and you also have a very comfy armrest as well.
super proper. Now in the boot, you get 451 liters of space.
And actually when you pop all the rear seats down, that literally expands to half the size of the car. And that's a heck lot of space. The new Niro Hybrid offers you 451 liters of boot space. That's actually more than what the old model offers. And that's an increase from the previous model's 427 liters, which means you can now worry less with more room in the back.
Alright guys, we're almost done with our wet and not so wild review of the new Kia Niro Hybrid. So one thing we really need to take note of, that despite how much and how far the Niro Hybrid has come from the first generation, keep in mind that there's a hell of a lot of competition. So back in 2019 when the Niro relaunched as a Cat A model, this was pretty much the only cheap hybrid SUV on the market at the time. Now in 2022 we have lots of competition. We have the Nissan Kicks e-Power, we have the very popular Toyota Yaris Cross Hybrid, we also have the Honda HR-V Hybrid. Now of all those three cars, they're all quite similarly priced to the Niro. Please check out CarBuyer's marketplace if you want to compare the prices. They're all very similarly priced. The Nissan and the Toyota, not as much space in the back, not quite nice up front, but probably maybe a little bit more efficient. The HR-V Hybrid, we haven't tested that, but we've tested the petrol one. We have a review of that on CarBuyer YouTube channel and Facebook. That one is quite similar in terms of space, but also it has the magic seats from Honda. But that one is a little bit more expensive because it's a Cat B model. So now I'm going to throw you over to Luke and Kim, who will tell you whether or not you should buy this car.
Now if you're wondering if you should buy it, avoid it, or shortlist it, our verdict is you should buy it.
See, it's a category A SUV car and it comes with a ton of cool features.
It's super family oriented, it has lots of goodies and it's very comfortable as well.
So comfortable.
So that's our review of the comparison between the new Kia Niro Hybrid versus the older model.
Now if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more videos at CarBuyer Singapore. I'm Kim.
I'm Luke.
And we'll see you next time.